Hey guys! Today I will show you how to create a simple landscape using seamless pattern brushes. I created a bundle specially for this tutorial, which includes color palette, brushes and texture overlay image. You can download it via the link in the description below. If you enjoy learning Procreate with me, you can access more tutorials and brush sets on my Patreon page. You will find a link to it below this video too. Now, if you are ready, let's begin drawing. I'm using a canvas that is 2000 by 2500 pixels. First of all, let's fill the canvas with the color that comes first in the palette. After that, I'll select this color that comes next, create a new layer, and select monoline from calligraphy set. The size doesn't matter in this case, we just need to draw a circle in the middle. I'm tapping here to make it perfect. Like this. Now let's just drag and drop the color inside the circle. After that, I'll click on this arrow, go to snapping and turn it on. We need that to place the circle exactly in the center. You will see these yellow lines. Let's deselect. After that, I will create one more layer, go to the color palette and select dark blue from here. Before drawing, we need to go to the second layer and get it selected. Now, whatever we draw on a new layer will stay within the shapes of the circle. I will draw a horizontal line a little lower than the center. Like this. I will tap on the canvas to make it strictly horizontal. And I think I will move it just a little up. Like this. Now we can fill the area below this line. If it fills a bigger area than it should, we just slide to the left to adjust color drop threshold. Now it is fine. We are still on the same layer and we will draw a wave on the left side. First, I'll make an arc here, like this. Hold on a second. Then we need to draw a curve like this. And on the left side, it should repeat the shape of the circle. So I'm making this arc. I'll edit it. The upper part of the wave will be covered with the foam, so it actually doesn't matter. We just need to match it here. Alright, let's fill it. Now I'm going to create one more layer above this one, and I'll select this light color. Let's open the brush library, and in calligraphy section I will pick this brush. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's this one. The size is around 18 or 20%. We will draw a foam here It will almost repeat the shape of the wave on the left. Maybe go a little outside it, like this. It can be a little wavy. And I will draw more curves, like this. Here it will go down and to the side. Let's try to fill it. Again, I will adjust the threshold by sliding to the left, like this. If it doesn't work at your end, you can simply paint inside this shape manually. Now I'll duplicate it. Go to the layer below, alpha lock it, select the blue color here and fill this one. After that, I will unlock it and move it to the side without snapping, to the side and a little down, like this. Next, I will go back to the layer with the light color, then go to Adjustments and select Liquify. Here I will select twirl right or left, it doesn't really matter. And in the settings, I have pressure and distortion set to max. And we will find a suitable size. Let's try 30% first, or 31. I will just go around the shape to create these curls on the inner side. Let's try to make it a little bigger, like 39%, to make bigger curls. You can make it according to your own taste. Alright, I will also switch to push and adjust this shape slightly. Like I will push some of these curls to the left, others to the right, and I will apply it once again like this. Just do it until you are satisfied with the result. Alright, I think it looks fine. Let's do the same for the layer underneath. I'll go to Liquify, select twirl right, and also go around this edge. I think it looks nice. I will pick light color from here, create a layer above this foam, go to the bundle and select Particles brush. This brush was used in my Patreon tutorial for the fantasy clock illustration. Let's set the size to around 20%, and this brush works as a stamp, so we simply need to tap on the canvas, and after that we can adjust it. I'll place it like this. Let me create another layer, and I will tap once again, like this. Let me make it smaller size and I'll tap once here. We can also use eraser to erase some of the particles. Okay, I think this is nice. Now I will merge them. Now let's finish painting the wave. I will create a layer above this blue blaze shape and pick this blue color. Go into the brush set again to pick this abstract line. Let's pick the size. I will start from 30%. Okay, maybe let's try a smaller one, around 22. I will start painting from bottom and go up. Waiting to make a perfect arc. We can also edit it. Like this. After that, I will draw another one here. And then two more. You can draw as many arcs as the space allows you. I think I will have 4. So here will be the last one. Alright. Now I'll duplicate this layer, go here and set this one to multiply. After that, I'll click on this arrow and rotate it. Let's match the tips. So this layer has a small angle. I'll deselect, and this layer got a bit too dark, so we can just go and change the layer's opacity to around 50%. After that, I'll create a layer under the foam here and set it to multiply straight away. Go into the brush library to change the brush to soft brush. The opacity is around 75% and the size around 11 or 10. To paint within the borders of the blue shape, we can go in two ways. First way, we can get this layer selected and then paint, or if selection doesn't work at your end, we can just clip these two layers and after that clip this new layer as well. Now when we paint here, it doesn't go outside the shape. I will also darken the lower edge of the circle. And change the layer's opacity to around 65–66%. Okay, now let's work on the background of this beige circle. I'll go here and just duplicate it. Change the color into this one and fill the circle. Go into transformation, switch into uniform and dragging this dot on top down to scale it. Like this. Now I will duplicate the circle and paint a new one with this color in the middle. And I will also make it smaller by dragging this dot. I will merge these two layers and clip it to the base layer. Now let's go to Adjustments and select Gaussian Blur. I will pick Layer and slide to the right around 25–26%, just to blend the colors inside. Now let's paint a mountain. I'll be doing it on a new layer, here. Go into the color palette to pick this dark purple. In the new brush set, you can find a few mountain shapes. They can be also used to paint iceberg, for example. You can pick any of them. I like this mountain number 3, so I'll select it. It is also a stamp. I will try 25% and just tap on the canvas. Go into transformation and I will drag it a bit up and to the left. Maybe make it a little bigger, like this. But we need to keep some space for the birds between the foam and the mountain. Alright, I'll keep it like this. We need to connect the invisible part of this mountain. For that, I'll tap here and hold a second to make all other layers disappear. Then I'll select Studio Pen and draw a horizontal line to connect these two lines. Like this. After we did that, we can bring all the layers back by tapping and holding. I'll move the mountain a bit down so this line is not seen. That's better. Now I'll do the following. Create a new layer above it and go to the mountain layer to select it as a reference. After that, I will fill the shape with any color. It doesn't matter. Just fill in all the gaps. After that, I'll turn the opacity of this layer off, so we don't see it. Now let's create a layer above it. We already don't need the reference. I will deselect it and get this invisible layer selected. Finally, go into the new layer that we had just created. And I'll be using one of my seamless lace patterns that is called Turtle. It is in moving mode, so we can adjust the size. I'll select 43% and just paint inside the mountain. If selection doesn't work at your end, you don't have to fill this shape. You can simply create this layer, paint inside the mountain, and then use eraser to erase outside the shape. After we finished it, I will delete this layer as I don't need it. The mountain is ready. We can add a reflection to it. For that, I will duplicate only the layer with the seamless pattern and drag one of the layers here to get it clipped to the water. After that, I'll go to transformation and flip it vertical. Open snapping option and turn magnetics on. Let's drag it down this way. I'm making this edge almost match, but not 100%. And I will switch to eraser that I'll set to monoline and erase the part that covers these arcs on the wave. Let's also change its mode to multiply and lower the opacity of this layer. I think 50% is just fine. Okay, we have minor details left to be added. Let's start with the birds. I'll create a new layer for them here. And I'll be using the same color as we used for the mountain. These birds are from my landscape brush set. There are a few others, or you can simply draw a seagull or any other bird shape by hand. I'll select this flying eagle stamp. Let's try 5%. I'll tap here. It's a little big, so I'll just scale it and place here without magnetics. To make another bird, we can tap one more time on a new layer, or I'll just duplicate this one and flip it horizontal. This one will go to the left, and I'll also scale it. Okay, our couple of birds is ready. Let's draw a cloud on the side. I'll be doing it the following way. First, creating a new layer and picking this blue color. Now I'll go to Selection, pick Ellipse and Color Fill. I'll be drawing various circles and they will be painted straight away, just making a random cloud shape. Let's also paint these circles at the bottom. After that, I'll deselect and fill the area inside it. Let me select monoline. Alright, now I'll go to selection again. This time I'll pick rectangle and turn color fill option off, making a rectangular selection like this. After that, we can swipe 3 fingers down and select cut, or go to the layer and in the menu select clear. This lower part of the cloud will be cut. I will adjust its location and size a bit. Like this. And I also want to add a pattern to it. I'll be doing it on a separate layer that I will clip. Let me pick this light color and fish scales pattern. That can be also found in my seamless lace patterns. I'll simply paint like this, a little outside the shape. Now I'll click on the arrow and I will make some of these scales match with the cloud shape. At least some of them. Alright. Now we can merge these layers and I'll set its blending mode to darken. Let's check what happened. So Procreate compares the current color with the color underneath and keeps only a darker shade of it. And the final touch on the illustration will be this. I'll go to Actions, Add, and I'll insert a file. This is the paper texture overlay. If you download it to your gallery, you can insert it as a photo. As you see, it is a little too dark, almost black. So first of all, I will make it a bit bigger on top and at the bottom, like this. After that, I'll go to Adjustments and select Hue Saturation Brightness. Let's pick Layer, and I will make it brighter to around 74%. Still looking not good. But when we change the layers mode to color burn, the picture changed completely. We just need to adjust the opacity. I'll make it around 30%. And I'll also grab eraser, set to soft brush. To erase it on the edges like this. Okay, our simple landscape is complete. If you liked this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and tag me on Instagram if you post your version. You can find links to my Instagram, Facebook group, Patreon and other accounts below the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.